Hi everyone, good morning. Welcome to our next course module. We're going to be working on case studies now. So we're switching gears a little bit. It's not going to be just straight math like we have been doing. So make sure on Blackboard Learn, you go through the general information first. There's a lot of videos, there's a bunch of links. Go through each and every one of those videos and links before you start the assignment. There's a lot of nuances, a lot of really important items that you need to know about, and you'll find all of the information that you need to be successful in the case studies in that general introduction area. So I'm looking at it right now. Formatting is important. It has to look like a business letter. The other thing that's important is going to be your references. References need to be in APA format. You can't just post a link or a title of an article and be good. So they have to be in APA format. There's videos, there's links and tutorials and everything about how to do that. Excuse me. Lots of videos as well. I think there's close to 10 videos that you can watch on YouTube with Dr. Phillips, and that has all of the information there on how to get started on the case studies. So make sure you start there. It's the selection module's general information. And then the way that we're kind of working this is you have to complete 4 case studies, 4 modules, and they have to be 1 non-ruminant and 1 ruminant. And then after that, you can choose whatever you want. But you have to do at least 1 from each of the categories, okay? And there's different due dates. We have 4 due dates, so you just have to turn in 1 by those 4 due dates. So you guys get to pick and choose which ones sound interesting to you and which case studies that you actually want to do. So I think that's kind of fun. Hopefully you guys appreciate that too, that you have some flexibility there as far as choosing an animal that you're really interested in, and you can do it that way. At the very bottom of the general information, there's 2 case study examples of A's. So follow those, look at those, see what they're doing, and that'll give you a good idea about what the expectations are for this class. For your case studies as well, they need to be business letter format, like I said. They need to be written professionally, complete sentences, grammar, all of that. There is a rubric available as well when you go into the assignment, so you'll see what we're looking at for getting your grades done. So you'll have access to that rubric in the submission page. So you'll be doing it that way. If you want to do 1 additional case study, if you want to do a 5th case study, you could earn up to 20 points extra credit. So that's a big chunk right there. That's an entire assignment. If you missed something earlier in the semester, or if you didn't do so great on one of the exams, 20 points can be a game changer. So if you want to do a 5th case study before the last due date, you can send that in to me for up to 20 points extra credit. So that information is there. Let me see what else is going on here. I think that's everything for right now, you guys. So just go through all that information, go through assignments. Our first case study is going to be due next week. So you have all of this week and part of next week to work on it. It's going to be due on November 4th, which is next Wednesday. But don't put it off. They do take time. The other thing that I want to say is make sure when you're going through these case studies, make sure you read every question that the case study is asking you for. So make sure, what I like to do is I make a checklist and say like, okay, this one is asking me for this calculation and for this weight gain. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to write that down. And as I'm writing my paper, once I finish writing my paper, I'm going to go through and make sure I check each box and make sure that you answer all of the questions, because all the questions are there and all the questions that are in the case study are what I'm going to be looking for grading your paper. So it's very easy to miss points and easy points if you just don't answer a question. So make sure you go through and read all the questions that the case study is asking for. Each case study is going to be asking for different questions. So make sure you go through and do that so that you don't miss anything. Okay, so I'm here. If you have questions, let me know. 2 big things, 2 big takeaways: business letter format and APA references. Your first case study, I'm going to let it slide a little bit if you don't quite get that right. But if you don't have business letter formatting and you don't have APA references, it'll be a 0. These are very simple, basic formatting styles that you need to know as an undergraduate student. And I've had semesters where people just didn't do either of them. So if you want to get a good grade or get a grade, has to be business letter format, has to be APA references. So after the first case study, if you don't have either of those things, you're going to get a 0 on your assignment. So I'm not trying to be harsh here, but I want to make sure that these are things that you guys learn, and you're not going to be able to get a good grade if you just decide you don't want to do it. So I think that's pretty much everything that you guys need to get started. So let me know if you have questions as you're working through it. The case studies do take time. It's not as math intensive. There are a lot of math problems. We're going to be tying in what we did in the first half of the semester and applying them to real world situations. So there is math involved here, but the writing it and formatting it and making sure you have all the information together, that takes more time. So give yourself plenty of time. Don't hold it off to the last minute. And I'm here if you have questions. All right. Good luck, everyone. We'll talk to you soon.